work in a healthcare occupation will enable you to make a positive difference in the lives of the patients you serve. In order to best help others, you need to try to see the world as they see it. In other words, to understand how and why they feel as they do. Experiencing the feelings of others is called empathy. It requires learning something about your patients, perhaps something about their family, background, education, who they are, and what influences their perceptions. People who have health problems are especially in need of being understood. They may be afraid, worried, or in pain. Even a trip to the dentist can be a frightening experience for some patients. Others may be worried about how they will pay for the care they need. And some patients have personal concerns that cause them to behave in ways that don't make sense to us. This video is designed to help you achieve 4 objectives. 1. Define empathy. 2. Explain the importance of empathy in healthcare. 3. Describe ways to better understand the experiences and perceptions of others. 4. Recognize ways to experience empathy in the workplace. Developing the ability to experience empathy will help you become a better, more helpful healthcare professional. As you watch the video, think about how you want to be treated when you visit a healthcare professional.
Hi, Mr. Harrison. What is it today?
Well, Ashley, I'm just feeling so tired. I'm sure I've got something. I'm just not well.
Didn't Dr. Peters just see you last week? It says here she didn't find anything wrong with you.
I don't think she had time to really pay attention to me. You know how the doctors just see you for a minute, then leave and hand you over to someone else.
I don't think that's really true, Mr. Harrison, but let me take your vitals.
My grandson is coming to see me next week, all the way from Indiana. He's a nurse, you know. Did I tell you that he finished at the top of his class last year?
Yes, you've told me that.
Well, I bet he'll have some ideas about what's wrong with me. Now, he's a really smart young fellow.
I need you to stop moving and talking so I can take your vitals.
I'm just so proud of Greg, and so grateful he's taking the time to come and see me. I know he'll have some ideas.
Good grief, what a day. I can't believe some of these patients. Where do these people come from? Mrs. Graham, isn't anything good enough for her? And then there's that Heather. She needs to take a look at herself in a mirror. How can someone that young be so fat?
It's a long day, huh?
I'll say. Wouldn't be so bad if the patients were easier to deal with. I've had a few wackos today. And to top it all off, Mr. Harrison came in late this afternoon and I had to deal with him.
Difficult, is he?
I don't know if I'd say difficult, just kind of annoying. He comes in all the time complaining about this and that and wanting to talk about his grandson, his garden, whatever. It just seems like a waste of our time.
Ashley, what do you know about Mr. Harrison?
That he has too much time on his hands.
Well, there may be a reason for that. Mr. Harrison and his wife have been married for more than 60 years. A really happy marriage, as I understand it. A couple of months ago, he had to put her in a memory care facility. She's had Alzheimer's for the last 3 years. And finally, he couldn't care for her anymore. And I'm not sure if she recognizes him these days.
That must have been awful for him.
Of course. And I know he feels guilty about having her live in the Ainsworth house.
I can understand that. We had to have my grandma put in a nursing home when she needed a lot of care. I know my mom felt badly about that.
So, Ashley, think for a minute about the possible reasons why Mr. Harrison comes to the clinic so often and why he's tired and not feeling well.
It could be a distraction.
Yes, he's lonely without his wife, and he needs people in his life to talk to. And his situation has caused him to be depressed and feeling lonely. Did I hear you mention Heather? Is that Heather Simon?
Yeah, the really fat teenager. She's supposed to be following a diet plan Dr. Peters gave her, but she's actually gained 2 pounds. What's up with that?
She does need to lose some weight. And that level of obesity in a young woman may doom her to a future full of health problems.
Okay, Carol, you have some background about Heather, too, don't you?
You got me. Yes, I do. Her father left her and her mother when she was 12. And to cope, her mother turned to alcohol. Sadly, now an alcoholic.
And Heather turned to food. So, Carol, how do you know these things about the patients?
To start, you have to listen to what the patient is saying and doing, and ask questions about the information that the patient is saying. Pay attention to the body language, and before they come in, look in their charts to find out clues about their medical history. Be respectful of their privacy, and then you'll build their trust. There's always a reason why people do what they do. You just need to find out what that reason is so you can know how to better help them.
Having empathy with your patients will allow you to effectively interact and communicate with them. And good interaction has been proven to lead to better patient care.